Before he became an Arsenal legend, before the goals, the trophies, and the television career, Ian Wright was just a young boy from South London trying to escape a difficult childhood. Born on November 3, 1963, in Woolwich, London, Wright grew up in a tough environment marked by poverty and violence. In interviews and in his autobiography, he spoke openly about his painful relationship with his stepfather and how football became both an escape and a purpose during difficult years at home. Wright later wrote, "Football saved my life." Unlike many football stars, his rise to the top was anything but straightforward. He was rejected by professional clubs as a teenager and spent years playing non-league football while working ordinary jobs to survive. At one stage, he was even serving a short prison sentence for driving offences when he realised his life needed to change completely. Most future football stars are already professionals by their late teens. Ian Wright was still searching for a chance in his 20s. Everything changed when he joined semi-professional side Greenwich Borough before eventually earning a move to Crystal Palace FC in 1985 at the age of 21. Quick, explosive, fearless, and full of personality, Wright played football with pure joy. Under manager Steve Coppell, he formed a dangerous partnership with Mark Bright and helped Crystal Palace rise through English football. In the 1988-89 season, he helped Crystal Palace earn promotion to the top division. A year later, Palace shocked English football by reaching the 1990 FA Cup final against Manchester United FC. Although Palace lost after a replay, Wright scored twice in the original final despite coming on as a substitute after injury. His performance on the biggest stage in English football announced him to the entire country. By the early 1990s, bigger clubs were circling. In 1991, Arsenal FC signed Ian Wright for around £2.5 million, a club record fee at the time. It became one of the greatest transfers in Arsenal history. Wright scored on his league debut against Southampton and instantly connected with the Highbury crowd. Over the next 7 years, he became the face of Arsenal Football Club. At Highbury, Wright combined lethal finishing with charisma and energy that supporters adored. He scored every type of goal imaginable: tap-ins, volleys, chips, headers, and long-range strikes. His movement inside the penalty box made him almost impossible to defend. Wright had the instinct of a natural goalscorer, always anticipating where the ball would fall before defenders could react. Even when Arsenal played defensive football during the 1990s, Wright still found ways to score consistently. Former teammates often spoke about his positivity in the dressing room and the confidence he brought to the team. Arsenal supporters loved him not only because of the goals, but because of the connection he had with the fans. He celebrated every goal with pure emotion. He once said, "I never stopped being grateful that I made it." Across all competitions for Arsenal, Wright scored 185 goals in 288 matches, becoming Arsenal's all-time leading scorer at the time, a record later broken by Thierry Henry. During the 1993-94 season, he scored 35 goals in all competitions as Arsenal won both the FA Cup and the European Cup Winners' Cup. One of Wright's most iconic moments came in 1997 when he broke Cliff Baston's long-standing Arsenal scoring record. After scoring his 179th goal for the club against Bolton Wanderers FC, Wright lifted his shirt to reveal another shirt underneath with the words, 179. Just done it. It instantly became one of the most famous celebrations in Premier League history. Wright's achievements included 581 club appearances, 287 club goals, Premier League champion, 2 FA Cups, League Cup winner, European Cup Winners' Cup winner. In his autobiography, he reflected on his journey, writing, "I always felt like I had something to prove." That hunger defined his career. For the England national football team, Wright earned 33 caps and scored 9 goals, representing his country at Euro 1992. Many fans still believe Wright deserved more opportunities for England during his peak years. Playing in an era filled with talented strikers, he often found himself competing for places despite his incredible club form. Wright eventually left Arsenal in 1998 and later played for West Ham United FC, Nottingham Forest FC, Celtic FC, and Burnley FC before retiring in 2000. Retirement was only the beginning of Wright's second career. Thanks to his humour, honesty, and personality, he became one of Britain's most popular football pundits, working with BBC Sport, ITV Sport, and Sky Sports. He also speaks openly about mental health, racism, education, and family life, while supporting youth projects and women's football, including the rise of the England women's national football team. Football also continued through his family. Wright is the father of former players Shaun Wright-Phillips and Bradley Wright-Phillips, both of whom built successful professional careers. Shaun became a Premier League winner with Chelsea F.C. and earned England caps, while Bradley became one of the highest scorers in Major League Soccer history in the United States. Despite all the fame and success, Wright never forgot where he came from. He wasn't a teenage wonder kid. He didn't have an easy path. Ian Wright fought for everything. From prison cells and rejection letters to becoming an Arsenal legend and one of football's most loved personalities, his story proves that belief and determination can change a life forever. If you enjoyed this episode of Real Footballing Icons, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another legendary football story. And let us know in the comments, where does Ian Wright rank among the greatest strikers in Premier League history?